only made the filthy October weather and the drab New York street outside the shop seem bleaker, and the possibility of getting even with Maury even more appealing. I'll fix you, Maury. I'm gonna write that honest-to-God's historical Blood and Roses, and I'm gonna make you sell it. And read it, too. God's forbid you should learn something from it. Give you something to read on your Las Vegas vacation next year. I need a vacation, she muttered, while the wind flung dirty bits of paper past the grimy window. Grimy despite the fact that she'd cleaned it once this week. Gods above and below, I need a vacation. After a moment of self-pity, she chuckled and shrugged to herself. But I also need to pay my rent. Maury was right about that anyway. I can't quite make it on writing yet, and the reserve is getting lower than I like. I should be thankful I've got an agent as good as Maury. I should be grateful I've got an agent at all. If it hadn't been for Itzhak tangling with that Dybbuk and me bailing him out with fairly light damage, he wouldn't have talked his good old Uncle Maury into taking me. She grinned a little. I'll never forget Maury's face when he saw the bite mark on Zach's thigh, and Zach told him where it came from, and then told him where the Dybbuk had been aiming in the first place. Like, forget about be fruitful and multiply. The glass rattled in a gust, and a listless spatter of rain drooled across the black and gold lettering. Even the storm predicted for this afternoon couldn't get up the enthusiasm to do more than threaten. She rubbed her eyes and shifted her weight, and sent a little more energy into the shield around the shop. Umpty bazillion people in this city, and half of 'em unhappy at any one time. With weather like this, probably most of 'em unhappy. Yuck. Hell being an empath in the Big Apple. Hell being a big, shiny target the way I am. Every time I do something arcane, I feel like I've sent up a big neon sign, Good Eats, with an arrow pointing right down at me. Hi, I'm the Blue Plate Special. Too damn many things I can't handle. Too damn many things I can take, but only if I get 'em from behind. She shook her head. I've got to snap out of this mood. I'm getting paranoid again. This is ridiculous. It's probably just because I'm tired. After 6 hours behind the counter, her feet did hurt. She wasn't used to spending this much time on them, and the thought of spending some time in some place remote, isolated, and warm. Now, if somebody would just give me enough money to pay for a vacation, and the rent. Now, what's the odds I could find a sugar daddy? She laughed at herself. Right, Tregarde. A sugar daddy and you. Sure, being real bad at taking orders is the reason you don't have a mundane job. Oh well, I guess I'll have to settle for turning the heat up and putting the ocean record on when I get home. Today had not been a good day to boost the mysterious and otherworldly atmosphere that Annie preferred to cultivate. Mysterious and otherworldly tended to be gloomy and chilly. Not today. Di had turned on every lamp in the place, turned up the heat a little, and chosen cinnamon incense and spiced candles, and set them burning as soon as she opened. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. It was as cozy in here as in a kitchen full of baking pies. Could be worse, could be worse. I sure can use the cash Annie's paying me. Gods, I hope the baby comes soon, though. I want to get this damned freebooter romance out of my hair. She tasted the cinnamon in the air and thought about a hot cup of tea, and looked up. Looks like the afternoon rush just started. Across the street, she saw 3 people she knew so well she'd recognize them a mile away, and they were heading straight for the shop. And in front of the shop was a young man with a notebook sticking out of his pocket and a peculiar look on his face. Curiosity and distaste. Oh, double hell. A reporter. Just in time for the afternoon rush. The young man pushed the door open, and the string of bells over it jangled in the rush of cold, damp air. They chimed with a cheer Di could not force herself to emulate. The sour expression this lad wore did not bode well. "May I help you?" she asked, making face and voice as neutral as possible. He started. She could see the whole shop from where she was, but the arrangement and sheer volume of merchandise crowded into the tiny storefront tended to confuse the unwary.